to see what the Spirit Breaker goes. It just feels like that hero, you know, you get a Shadow Blade, you get an Urn, you get Treads, like you feel good, and then where do you go from that? You don't really do much. He's going to be a Space Maker, obviously.
What's the development like of the hero? And it's one of those cases like, sure, getting ahead. So was it kind of like the Night Stalker idea, right, where we used to see, especially more in the 4 role, that's where you would expect to see Spirit Breaker. It's like, do you really need to get that enhancement? I mean, we just saw the previous game, a early farm Night Stalker can set a good tempo for the team, so they're no doubt going to want to feed off of that, right? That's FlyToMoon's idea here, but man, the tree and support on top of this, so this really is going to be an interesting draft for FlyToMoon.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Bosch taking a lot of harassment there off the bat, but it ends up being a 2-for-2 bounty runs. There is some action at the bottom lane, as you see. The top right corner screen. Maledict just put up. It's a level 1 Maledict. Going to throw around with the charge, but that looks like it's going to be a kill on Spirit Breaker, actually. Sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter who gets the last hit. It will be Ramses.
That's not your 4th Spirit Breaker either. That's one of your cores going down already. And I mean, I kind of agree with the panel. I think it's I didn't want to say severe outdraft, but it feels like that. Obviously, all it takes is one good day to get into that top 3. And FTM 32-0 today, obviously winning a best-of-1 in that first game versus VP. So if they're feeling themselves, you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. Not the prettiest of starts, though. And we also, so we're talking a lot about the Spirit Breaker being a core and everything. They final picked an OD, who's, you know, with that Astral Imprisonment, very good against the Spirit Breaker jumping in. So, no doubt VP is kind of ready for this, even though as unique as this is Treant, he's dying wherever the hell he is. The bottom lane, I'm guessing.
I don't know. He just goes down somewhere and 2-0 lead early, but OD, very good, obviously. If Void doesn't get known in that chrono, he has a save for someone else. Not only that, he outputs a ton of damage from the outside of the chrono. It pretty much makes this Void have to chrono no one, which, I mean, you kind of want to do anyways. I mean, Ramses is good, but no one's going to be the prime target.
Yeah, we were talking about possible final picks there, and I was thinking something like a Magnus would have been fun for the Dire team in this case. You know, the great synergy of the Empower, and the scene RP is always great, but you know that's the past. Let's stop talking about that. Start talking about what we see now. And we see a 2-0 start for Virtus Pro. Ramses, you have no fear. He's back to the bottom lane, so I guess this is the idea. You have a Treant Spirit Breaker off lane going up against Lifestealer, but Kyle especially sounded like he didn't think that necessarily meant Lifestealer was going to have a bad time.
Yeah, I think Lifestealer, it's going to be rough, but a lot better than last game, right? It was a dual lane versus dual lane, and you had a Crystal Maiden as your partner versus a Wind Ranger who has far more base damage, far more attack range, a better base attack time. This game, you have a little bit better supports.
Well, Bash is pretty nice when it happens a couple times in a row. Good old 17% kicking in twice, but not really resulting in much, though, although he will get his own bounty rune, as we see right there. But yeah, naturally, the other thing about this offlane Spirit Breaker is that, of course, he wants to be in the lane, picking up some CS perhaps, so he's not going to be as liberal with that charge, maybe, as you would see in that position 4, and that also has to be a little bit of a concern, you'd figure.
I think a bigger thing is always want to fly on AA and no fear on Tree. Tree is one of the least greedy supports, while AA, you don't mind having farm on that hero, so obviously as AA bought everything, you see very low items, but it's a good start for VP already, and I think that's what we expected coming out of this kind of non-conventional draft. Already a 1,000 gold lead.
That's a good way to put it, non-conventional. But the top lane, Faceless Void, is having absolute free farm, so that's definitely positive for FlyToMoon. Bottom lane, it looks like some more engaging at the tower, but no one necessarily dying. Pasha, of course, doing his best to keep harassment up down here, and he's taking some good damage, actually. The cold feet's not going to proc, though.
We've been seeing mostly Na'Vi has been playing this offlane Slardar a lot more than other teams. And they find him a lot of farm. Like Slardar, I remember it was a 12-minute Treads blink on an offlane Slardar General. Yeah, General's like, oh my god, that's insane. They're going to go for a kill middle.
Iceberg, it's going to be tough to get out. He does avoid the Iceberg, or the ice shard block. I'm trying to sit here thinking of the name. Anyways, Iceberg, Fairy Fire, and the one more auto attack with the Arcane Orb, though, will finish the job. Always want to fly. Couldn't really do enough in response. So got around the ice shards initially, but Iceberg does still go down. Bottom lane, Spirit Breaker's being run on. The open winds are up, and he's just going to turn around and get a bad back. Ramsey's actually going for that turn kill. It's not enough damage, however, and even a heal coming out just in case.
Be careful, zone him out right there. Obviously, you see Tree 96 base damage at level 2. The problem is he doesn't have boots right now, right? He could just easily trade with Ramses, but boots versus no boots, pretty tough.
Oh, there's that charge. Bounty rune's picked up by Solo, the cask.
Oh, last second, love it.
It's not the easiest to necessarily time, but it's Solo, so maybe we shouldn't be too surprised.
And now middle lane, it's 18-6 versus 16-4, so already a way better time for no one.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, people are talking about his Kunkka not as good as other heroes. I just think it was a bad game for Kunkka in general. I mean, you had 3 melee cores versus what they had. Just put him on something ranged. I think people don't realize how big ranged hero versus melee hero middle can be.
So Faceless Void, again, he's having a great start. Really the biggest sign right now for FlyToMoon in their early success. What does he build? Is it going to be that Mask of Madness? Does he go the Battle Fury route? What are we looking for here?
I mean, if they want to up tempo, you do something like Shadowblade Mask of Madness. If you want to farm more, you go for the Battle Fury. And, you know, I'm not in his mindset right now, but I would kind of like the Mask of Madness Shadowblade, honestly.
It seems like with the early start here of already being down 4-0 and no one else on your team really doing the greatest as far as cores go, that could be the potential pickup. But we'll have to wait and see. Ramses, bottom lane. Obviously, you have no fear nearby. Always want to fly also down here, but I just don't think they have the damage, it seems like. You Chilling Touch coming out, but here's Tuss to respond now. No fear. He's the one in trouble. That armor, I don't think is necessarily going to save him. He's pretty tanky early on, but finally goes down. Solo credit for the kill, and now Always Want to Fly. He's being run after. Roger doesn't have mana to work with, though. And thus, AA will be fine, but they lose the Treant Protector. Obviously, the rotation's coming in for Virtus Pro supports.
I don't want to say this looks like a lot like Pain versus VP, where the first game was, you know, obviously in Pain's favor, and then all of a sudden, VP just absolutely massacres the team. But it's only 5-0,
well,
a 1K lead, obviously, and FlyToMoon already top 4 in a major.
It's early on.
It looks very similar.
It does, but yeah, to kind of the other point there as well, I think that was more of Virtus Pro kind of adjusting, of maybe quote-unquote more serious, where FlyToMoon, they're doing this to themselves, aren't they? You know, with this draft, it's not that, you know, I don't want to overdo it talking about the draft just yet, but no fear. He's dead. I mean, he's not getting out of this
one. Gets invis in 1 second. He should die to it, though. With
the Maledict. The Infest Bomb, but it's just not going to matter. Solo will get credit for the kill as a result of the Maledict. You see him charging away middle lane, is Spear Breaker, but Iceberg, there's a shard block. He has to walk down the river. That's not the most successful usually, unless Nograda can get there in time. Yes, no one was picked up as well. Still trying to finish the kill. No one's in trouble himself, actually. Cold Feet Brock on him is going to go off right there. They do get the turn kill, make it into 1-for-1. It could be more, though. Roger duking out with Nograda. You have Always Want to Fly on the uphill, however. And Roger wants to back it off. So both cores do go down to the middle lane, at least.
Yeah, nice rotation from both teams. You had to reactively play right there, or else you might have just lost one for free. And there you see the tree died because he had his level 1 Nature's Guise, but then he gets a save middle because he has level 2 in armor. So it's a kind of trade. I mean, you're hurting yourself in your own lane, but you're saving your middle lane. That's true. That's what Treant can obviously bring to the table, not only on heroes, but towers. Chronosphere, our first one of the game, going to be used here, and that will be a kill. On to Slaughter. We've talked about it, Bulldog really mentioned, he's almost surprised we don't see this combo more. Ancient Apparition, Faceless Void. I think just Void in general, right? Like your Chrono late game, the lower cooldown as well. It's one of those that just completely changes a game.
Bottom, Ramses, he's not afraid to be up in the tower. Once again, the idea of what does he go for? He has 1,500 gold saved up, and with the early start, you gotta wonder about middle lane. While we're wondering, Iceberg. Again, the armor's up, though, going for the turn kill on a no one. No one will fall, as will Roger. That's what Leshrac can do, especially with that armor of the Treant. Living armor and even that level 1 leech seed, a little bit of slow, plus the heal coming back to yourself. That's just good. I love how they, you know, you're leaving Ramses alone bottom, which usually isn't the best thing, but your Void's free farming. So you're like, you know what, Ramses, we're going to give you a little bit more of a lane, and we're going to go help middle. I think that was just a really good play by FlyToMoon. Suddenly, momentum shifting of sorts. It was a 7-0 to start, actually, so it's been 4-0 since in favor of FlyToMoon. No fear. Blocked off by the Ice Shards, though, so no really trees nearby. I don't think he's getting out of this one. He's in that lonely river. Puts up the living armor to last a little bit longer with the leech seed, but yeah, not enough. Just delaying the inevitable there. As you see, he's going to resurrect. Yeah, but Ramses had to commit himself there, and you saw him trying to get a last hit, and Roger accidentally took it. So you commit like a full creep wave for 200 gold you didn't even get. Pasha's in trouble. They're going to use the time dilation. The splitters connect, slowing him down. And I'm scared. I'm so scared of this Void. Yeah. He's not just like free farming. He hasn't missed many. You see he's like 10 above Ramses on the last hits denies and up about 500 net worth there. Maybe we are going to see that Battle Fury. We could. I just think you want to keep the tempo up now, right? Like you said, it was 7-0, now it's 8-5. You have the gold lead, you have the tempo. I think you want to play faster pace with this Void. Well, Iceberg versus No One continues to be the case in the middle lane, although No One has a couple of friends this time. Solo and Roger, good friends of his, but here comes Nankarada, good friend of Iceberg, stuns in, and once again we see Electric turning the kill with the splitter. They get the one, they get the two, and they're gonna get the three. Double kill for Nankarada. He'll pick it up, but a 3 for nothing. Okay, it's gonna be a 3 for 1 as he just stands there accepting death, but he did his job. He dies in honor.
He hit the double, a level 2 stun on the Lesh, and he hits the double stun right there that secures it for that armor, man. It's still only level 2 armor, but you see how much it is insanely strong. He's about to hit level 5. We'll see if he goes for the 3rd point or if he goes for another point Nature's guys. I assume you just go armor at this point. You're seeing how much it's doing. Yeah.
Obviously with what it's doing this game. And
level 6 up on the Spear Breaker. You have that charge. You have the urn now. You have so much more offensive capability with this hero once you hit 6.
At Nether Strike, and it does go through, of course, the rage of a life stealer. So the idea of being able to hit him still is a pretty nice tool. And he's just camping this middle lane. So the whole off lane Spear Breaker, and how was that going to work in the early game? How active was he really going to be? It's worked out, Frank. It has. Clearly they were confident with it. And he's rotated middle now a couple of times to ultimately get. He's almost playing like a position 4 because you have Treants at the bottom lane still.
Just going, leeching. He needs to get that level 6 against that life stealer, and it just feels good. Silent level 10. He is going for the Battle Fury.
Yeah, it felt like one of those kind of game deciding. You know, in the game, he didn't have a mindset going in necessarily. It was going to be okay, depending how we're looking. I'll go this item. So
you have the. You don't have the combo yet. Always want to fly, still level 4, but you have the Chilly Fingers plus Faceless Void. You just have a ton of damage even without the ulti.
Chilly Fingers, fun name there, aka Chilling Touch. Going middle lane, but No One. He knows something's up, even though the smoke. He'll back off into the jungle, and Silent will have to go elsewhere. So the first time we see Silent not really doing much as a result of that. Wanted to use that Chrono Sphere, and of course if he gets the kill, that's insanely huge, but top lane, Slaughter, they're going to charge on him. You do see a wraparound from Faceless Void. There's another strike. Roger is nearby with a sharp block, but are they going to commit a Chrono 3? Yes, they are. In comes the Ice Blast as well. That's at least going to be 1. He's going for Witch Doctor. Slaughter goes down. There goes Witch Doctor. And they're going to get Roger on top of it once again. 3 kills for FlyToMoon. And they take that net worth lead.
The Tome of Knowledge, right? He was just level 4 middle lane when we saw him going for that gang. And then all of a sudden, AA Blast is coming in. Thank you for that Tome of Knowledge and quick triple kill.
That's synergy. Chilling Touch with the Ice Blast on top of the Chronosphere. Big Lifestealer is going a Radiance, so he is not going to go the Armlet this time, going right into the Radiance. Why do you think that is?
Just mischance as well. He's farming a lot better than this game, right? Like last game, he was not farming at all. You're not going to farm that Radiance before 20 minutes. This game, he's probably going to have it before 15 minutes. And just versus Void, you know, 1 or 2 mischances could be enough.
And it could be. He's fallen back for now. Again, his Battle Furies still a bit of time away before that's going to be finished. Always want to fly. It's going to be spotted. Across the face put up. And there are more coming over. Solo, in fact, is going to say hello to Spear Breaker. The immediate charge. Roger, he's rolling on to the Ancient Apparition, but the Ice Blast already connected. And now Roger, he's overcommitted. Cold feet on him, the offensive urn. No chance. Double kill for Iceberg actually gets there late.
No, that Silent kills the Sigil as well. It gets 90 gold. They're just getting everything out of the map right now. Ramses is farming that Radiance. I'm trying to think with OD, like OD isn't the best ever early game, right? You get like a 4-staff, a Blink Dagger, but you don't have a timing with your other core, the Lifestealer, it feels like.
No fear, he's setting up bottom lane. I thought that was a TP from the other side. So
and this is the thing, right? Like even I said it. It felt like a very big outdraft by VP, but they lost that laning phase all because of the tree, right? That last pick tree committed so much.
Well, Overgrowth going to be used. He may be dead, maybe not. Actually, Living Armor's up despite that Maledict. Another strike on to Ramses. We had to talk about that rage going through. In comes the Ice Blast, but he infests the creep. So Ramses going to be fine for now. No fear will survive. They did pick off Witch Doctor, of course.
This tree, I just can't believe how much this tree is getting done. This is mind-boggling how good it is right now.
They know is in here. Ramses, can he somehow make the escape? There's the support coming in with the Ice Shard block. Ramses, he's standing his ground with the open moves, trying to heal up enough. It's just not going to be enough, I don't believe. Yes, the auto attacks are more than plenty, as Silent takes credit for the kill. No fear running after Roger. Looking to open on him out of the Nature's Gale. We'll get the opening. Nature's Guys, excuse me, Nankarada. It's a stun, and Roger, it's just not going to work. I mean, there was a shard block initially, actually, but the urn's up, and the auto attack from Ancient Apparition. Momentum is all FlyToMoon. I believe, again, it was a 7-0 start, so that it's 16-2 since then, Grant.
And FTM, you see, right, they like running that Zeus as well. The global, even in this game, right, you have AA as well as that Spirit Breaker. You have so much global presence without the normal Nature's Prophet Zeus kind of heroes.
Silent, Battle Fury, it's coming too. He's going to take out a tier 1 tower, but
that's
a 14-minute Battle Fury with a ring and power treads.
That is insane. He's going to beat it out. So, gonna get the tower here as well. I think you just keep the pressure up. I think you might smoke middle, go for a gank. Even if you don't get one, you get the tier 1 tower. VP, I'm trying to think about how they can take these team fights. They don't have the best team fight. They have more of these, like, we'll commit 3 heroes, get a pickup kind of thing, but they can't really straight up fight 3-on-3, 5-on-5.
Well, it starts with Slaughter Blink, right? So I don't know if he has it just yet. I don't believe so, but once he has that Blink, yeah, 2,100 gold saved
There's
up.
the global.
Are they going? Ice Blast will connect. Charge is still going. They're going. Hasten's activated? Okay.
There's no way.
OD's like, yeah, I know something's up. He's going to go really far back.
Yeah, but if he stood up a little farther behind that tier 1, they might have gone, but good positioning by no one. There's the Blink Dagger.
Exactly. There's the Blink. Lifestealer Slaughter, a very good combination in its own right, of course. So I think that's the opening, right, for Virtus Pro. The Radiance is just about finished on Ramsey, so try to make use of that combination.
And then when we talk about it, obviously I love my unhealable damage, but with Tran on your side, all 3 tier 1 stand, and now that he has level 4 armor, he can just heal him up to full. It is so hard to push for a set hero.
That's a very good point, actually. No doubt making the benefit of that, Nongrata. He's sitting patiently nearby, and they would love to go on a Ramses, but
still doesn't have. He's still like 700 away too. Like that's not that close when your whole lane's getting pressured. But there it is, the smoke with the blink.
There's our chance. He hasn't infested it yet. Gonna jump in here soon. There you go. They're gonna go for the faces. Oh! Pasha with the misplay! Out comes the Chronosphere, and now they're turning. In comes the Ice Blast. Pasha's gonna most likely drop right here. The infest ball finally comes out, but will it be too late? Gets a bash procs out of it. They put him under with the OD of the Astral Imprisonment. He finally comes down. The Sentence Eclipses usually take a Leshrac. Silent is on the run. Living armor put up. He's gonna time walk away. Looks like he'll be fine for now. Nongrata trying to finish off Pasha. Nongrata will go down himself. So despite the misplay, it still works out for Virtus Pro some way, somehow. Always want to fly. Will TP out. I can't believe what I saw right there.
I don't believe his blink was canceled at all. It was just a little bit of misplay. I can't believe they won that fight after that. More so, he gets a decent chrono, but you saw the Witch Doctor got the cask off during the chrono, and it bounced back and forth between him. So that was a very, if you're a VP fan, that was so scary. But the nice turnaround, the nice cast by Solo, and Solo he's been carrying him today.
Yeah, I mean, maybe something did disable that blink. It's a good point, but Pasha, bottom lane. The Leech Seed heal, keeping him alive. He's going to overgrow with the Ice Blast. Pasha's dead. Charge coming in. Great turn from FTM. These Ice Blasts, he is on top of them.
My bad.
No another strike to use, as mentioned, but yeah, these Ice Blasts coming out from Always Want to Fly have been pretty clutch.
What a battle of this 5 versus 5. It really feels like these 5 positions have had so much impact in these games, and that's always fun to watch.
Clearing out some Ancients. Silent, of course, his next item in line will be that Shadow Blade, but you do see the cores of Virtus Pro starting to really pick it up now. Radiance finished on Lifestealer. OD 7,500 net worth himself, so also looking good. Iceberg, he wants to take out this tower, but obviously he has to be careful. They're going to go on him. Living armor's up, though. How far do they commit? They're really going in. Ice Blast turn. Roger, he is hit by it. He's in trouble. He might, no, Kofi will not proc, so.
Yeah, it's not worth committing. He's level 6 on Roger. Even if you get that kill, you'll lose one of your own. You're like, wait, he's level 6. That's like 150 gold and no experience. There it is. Well, there's the force blink on OD. I was talking about the timings, and he has that pretty early. So the core's looking good. You saw Void's last chrono. It was good, but that cask, the cask's so good if you don't get him in there.
And also, ideally, would have some kind of follow-up, too, from the Leshrac specifically. He's going to be the one to assist plenty of damage with those chronos coming out from Silent.
This is why I don't, I'm not the Battle Fury does get picked up, right? I said a Mask of Madness, Shadow Blade, like you get so much more damage, obviously. In that last chrono, he just wasn't doing that much damage.
Yeah. See, the Shadow Blade, again, just about finished at least. And there you go, going to be actually delivered. So, I also know the Spear Breaker going the Evans Halberd. Again, we've talked about it. OD specifically is one of these cores where getting a Halberd against him makes a lot of sense.
Super good, and you just want to go in the front. You just want to cause chaos. As long as you get your charge, you get your ulti up, you don't care what the hell happens to you afterwards.
Face to the illusion rune. They have a chronosphere. Will they use it? Yes, they will. However, the Ice Shard block has a little bit of issue. Ice Blast comes through. Lifestealer. He got the rage off. Now it's going to be wearing off, though, but not nearly enough damage initially. Silence in trouble. The Overgrowth's going to try to save him, but you can tell FTM is now on the run. OD putting in plenty of arcane more auto attacks into that tree, and they kill Witch Doctor to the back lines, but No Fear finally will fall despite that living armor. So back-to-back chronospheres now. Okay.
No one just blinks to the backside and ults, but doesn't do much damage.
Oh, well, they get Nagrata right here. Spear Breaker. He'll actually go down too. So, yeah, you mentioned, though, no one using that Sanity's Eclipse. Silent's going to find him.
Hey, do they have AA ulti up? They don't. I don't think you can get this kill without AA ulti.
Where is Leshrac? Leshrac is coming over.
Now they have AA
they're going to
ulti.
open. There's a splitter. The Ice Blast isn't coming through. It doesn't even matter. OD's dead. Now Roger in trouble. Using that Shadow Blade to its fullest. There's the Ice Blast. It's going to connect for the... Oh, well, nice snowball. Yeah, that'll delay the inevitable here. As he goes pretty deep for it, but eventually beat down for a double kill of Silent. God, the back and forth battles here are real.
And that felt like such a good fight from VP, and then you see he was hiding. He's like, someone's gonna TP in middle.
Yeah.
I still have stolen a lot of intelligence from that last fight. I'm gonna get an easy blink and kill on like an AA or a tree even. But guess what? There's an invisible chronosphere man by you.
I was gonna say, back-to-back chronospheres themselves really haven't proved to be the most effective for FlyToMoon, but in the long run there, that did work out okay for FlyToMoon.
That was just great positioning by Pasha. He in the backside. And obviously, you don't want to fight in a river versus Slardar, especially a core Slardar, right? He has so much movement, he can take control of all those team fights, and he just blinks and stuns Pasha behind the chrono, so he wasn't even doing damage while in the chrono.
Lifestealer prioritizing a Manta style here.
Okay, this is a little bit older of a build, but you just push lanes, you farm the jungle a lot quicker. They want to take this late, like Omega late. Obviously, with OD Lifestealer, you beat out Leshrac and Void.
Maybe an answer to the Overgrowth as well from Tree and Protector.
Very big one.
Ice Blast coming out. Okay, we'll hit. The charge is coming out too. They ping out Slaughter. They might go for the free kill on Slaughter instead. Well, Faceless Void is running in. No Chronosphere just yet. Pasha will be rooted up. Charge still going on a Ramses, by the way.
Oh, is up.
That Chronosphere is up now. Yeah, he is going to use it now. They want this kill on Ramses. Will they actually get it? They do kill Pasha on the back line. The bash procs. It's not going to be initial enough. The miss is coming in from that Radiant, so Ramses does survive. Spearbreaker was actually picked off in the meantime.
Yep, and that's why Radiant's pretty good versus Void. You see he gets a bash one hit, and then he misses the next hit, which could have been the kill.
This tower is also barely alive. They're going to deny it here, it looks like.
Team gold, I always talk about it. It feels bad. If you're a support seeing it, like, you know, obviously the carries want to last hit it and get that big chunk of gold, but supports are like, come on, I needed that.
It's a feels bad man for them for sure. But Leshrac can face this, maybe not the biggest deal for them. You have Lifestealer though, again that Manta style we talked about, going to be completed in the near future. OD, we mentioned the Blink Force Staff. Is this a BKB game for OD, you think, or what?
I think you have to get it eventually. You might want to get more aggressive in an item early, but BKB definitely third or fourth item.
Okay.
Obviously not the best versus Tree Spear Breaker, but versus Leshrac especially.
Iceberg does have a Bloodstone now.
And as well, right, in the latest patch, sorry, AA's Chili Fingers used to go through BKB, but now they no longer do, so decent enough.
Yeah, I believe it was Kyle that was pointing that out, actually, specifically against the Rage in this case.
Oh, the DD into Rosha.
Classic combo.
You know, better than a Disney story.
Oh, okay, that's an argument for a later time, Grant. Anyways, Corrosive Haze is put up. So the Ice Blast is going to come, despite the double damage on Corrosive Haze, this honestly isn't the fastest Roshan, it feels like.
I mean, no one doesn't do anything to Roche, that's the problem.
Nagrata, he's going to get a stun on a couple of heroes. Here comes Iceberg, he's going to be stunned by the snowball initially. Nagrata may go down, but a bit of a distraction. Open wounds were used on him. They're going to get the pick off on a Roger. No Astral Imprisonment will save it for now. Pasha, he gets a jump onto the face of Void. Who has the time walk away? No Chronosphere for 20 more seconds. Buyback already used by Spearbreaker though. The Sanity's Eclipse is not enough damage for the kill. Lifestealer popping out right here with the rage up as Iceberg goes in their face. Got the kill on a Witch Doctor, but he falls himself as a result of his positioning. Nagrata charging back in. Faceless Void, that Chronosphere, it's coming up any second now as there we go. But again, didn't have it initially, but they stopped Roshan.
They do, and I always talk about who has the faster Roche. You saw, even with Corrosive Haze, you have an OD. OD does absolutely zero to Roche. You don't even want him in there hitting it, obviously, because he can get caught, but they had to get all the damage they could with Corrosive Haze on him, and that was just a very back and forth fight. But you see VP only 1,000 gold down right now, and no one, he's playing very good this game. This isn't another Kunkka performance, which, well, it was a tough Kunkka game, but this OD, it's been a tough OD game, and he has made a good comeback.
Roshan, but this time with the Chronosphere, sounds pretty good. They did not have Overgrowth. Witch Doctor, he's going to stay dead if he dies here. Nice Force Staff initially. The Nether Strike going to be used on Ramsey. Oh, Faceless! He's on the bottom ledge. He did not mean to do that. He wanted to go up top. Will he use a Chronosphere from below? Not just yet. Has another time walk coming up soon, I'm sure. Walrus Punch activated onto non-Chrono. There's the Chronosphere, catches two. Only going to set up a kill on Roger, if that. Okay, yes, he does take him out. The Dream Protector getting low living armor apply against the Invis. Will be fine for now. Ramses with that rage once again. Faces Boy, he's going to take a crush down. The Infest Bomb on top of the OD. He's locked down completely. He cannot get out of there. Ramses now in trouble. He's being beat down with the Bash Box. OD pop back, by the way. Ramses trying to man up against the Spear Breaker. Go for the turn kills. It's not enough, though, despite that burn. He's dead for 50 seconds. Leshrac, Iceberg taking them down, but no, the Arcanor is going to prove to be too much. He'll fall. He actually denies himself. He did get the kill on Pasha right before that, but Silent, the misplay into it ended up working out okay.
God, these, I mean, this nerves, right? You were one game away from going to top 3 in a major versus what the likes of Liquid, LGD. You're already in good company with VP, but
yeah,
you got to make those plays. That was a very big mistake. And then he chronoed on the backside where his team couldn't help him right. He got the kill on Roger, but still,
that's not the target you're looking for, really.
He's getting more damage. He's going BKB as well. And man, Solo, these Maldicks, even on the Void, it just keeps him out of the fight, right? Because he has to commit Time Walk to just get out of there, take back a lot of that damage.
The BKB you mentioned on Faceless Void coming, perhaps it's good for several reasons, but especially, preventing that Radiance burn. We've talked about that mist coming in. So going to be useful for that case. Leshrac himself, the BKB, also being worked on. Iceberg down to 9 charges once again, and we talked about that the previous game.
There we go. Time Walk cast range. My friend Silent won't be missing now. That's huge. 500 is...
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. It's
not a lot of... compared to like that line, what is it, like 1,000 Earth Spike range, but still pretty good.
It's up there.
That thing's nuts.
25 seconds on Chronosphere. You can tell Virtus.pro's trying to play around that, clearly. They know how important of a tool that is, but they have everything else, though. Ice Blast, Overgrowth, and it's coming up quickly. With the Chronosphere, Time Walk forward, just trying to distract. There's a crush and Fast Bomb. They pick off Ancient Apparition, so a good start for Virtus.pro. He doesn't have a buyback either. Faceless Void going to be found. If they get Silent Kill, this is absolutely huge. Vanish on top. Setting his Eclipse, throwing down. Spearbreaker's nearby, trying to help him out. Gets the Bash Brought the Time Walk away. And yes, Faceless Void will survive. Spearbreaker dies playing the Sacrificial Lamb. But now it's a 5 versus 3. Chronosphere's up, but as you mentioned, not enough follow-up. So now Roshan, he wants to go for a trip. Double damage again.
Wow.
The game's like, all right, here's the second try.
This is Toy Story 1 into Toy Story 2 right here. Just gets it. They still take it so slow, but they will get it because that Spear Breaker's dead. You don't have the global presence. AA, ulti is flying in right now, but he might steal it. We're going to see. This is going to be close.
The timing. He got it.
No, Radiant gets it.
He got it, actually.
It's the 4-man, and Solo, turn off that heal. You're AA, but it's fine. Now, you see the Manta, like you said, and Tree has done such a good job of overgrowthing right after Rage has been used. Luckily, now the Lifestealer has another way to deal with it. This Tree's positioning has been great all game.
So, yeah, we really haven't stressed a lot. I mean, we were earlier game, to be fair, but as this game has picked up, we haven't talked too much about Tree. But as you're pointing out there, it's good to keep in mind, what he's been doing as Solar Crutch is actually coming along. He's a very utility, somewhat defensive support of sorts, is safe to say.
And they've only taken that one tier 1 middle. The Tree has just been healing top and bottom tier 1s constantly.
That is insane. Only having 1 tower kill at 27 minutes in for Virtus.pro, but no doubt Treant's a big part of that.
There's the BKB now on Leshrac. This is going to be a big fight. I haven't seen the Leshrac and the Void fight together. I mean, they're in the same fights, but Void's always in the back line, and Lesh is getting chased down by VP, and you want those two to be fighting together.
Goes back to, though, the strength of Virtus.pro is that initiation with the Lifestealer and Fest Bombs. Pasha has him inside Iceberg in the area. FlyToMoon, they are all here. No fear up in front. Sentries put down, though. Solo, he's hunting for him. He knows somebody's here. They're just going to jump and go out. They do get something with the Mars punch, but no, the turn cleave. And they get the kill to Witch Doctor. Chronosphere will go out on 2. He's like, oh yeah, OD, that's the target we want. Ice Blast coming out on top of that, and no one is in trouble. The Shard will help him initially. Good job with the Astral Imprisonment. Puts himself under. Always want to fly the back lines. He's just running away, but they get the lockdown once again on Pasha, and Pasha does go down. OD didn't manage to blink out of it as Ancient Apparition is picked off over there. Ramses, he's too far up. He's in trouble. Ramses, the arm of the target. It's not going to be enough despite that Radiance burn. Now he does have the Aegis. So, of course, he's coming back up. No one's looking to reset now. Still not the most life to work with, but he does plenty of damage. as he takes out Spear Breaker.
Did something cancel Pasha's blink in the initial fight? 'Cause he just didn't blink in, and Ramses jumped out like he did blink in, but he didn't. And I don't know if something canceled. I was looking at him, it didn't look at it, but yeah, it was definitely a miscue. And you see that buyback, good buyback though from Slardar, gets him that extra kill. And you know these early buybacks are very value now.
I am surprised no one lived again.
Yeah.
He thought for sure he was dead to rise, but a lot of that was Roger with the Ice Shard block actually coming into play.
Yep. He has the Hurricane Pike too, which is very good. Not just, you know, you can get away, but you get the HP from the Dragon Lance. So
yeah. Silent, Shadowblade bottom lane as the Ice Blast comes out, but doesn't look like we're going to be hitting anybody.
no.
As a just-in-case measure. Slaughter's working on a Yule, so more help there. Oh, Ancient Apparition, that's a little too far up.
It's crazy that AA is one of the few 5-position supports who like is so much damage you can't fight without him. Like everyone else, like, oh, Rasta, so good at pushing towers, but AA, you need him alive because that ulti is that important.
Oh!
Silent just got the hammer dropped on him bottom.
That's
1,100 gold for no one.
That's a lot of gold for no one.
And Silent loses some chunk.
That's a play. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on camera there, but I mean, that's a play that could completely shift this tide of this game now.
Yep, it's only a 1K lead. Void's down, so they can actually push a tower up top. They finally get a tower.
Yeah.
It took a little bit, but you get a giant kill, you get the tower, and look at this might be VP's first lead in a while. They're pressuring it.
And you know when they're emote spamming like that, they are feeling pretty good, so every reason to be after that pick off. Heaven's Halberd is finished, meanwhile, on the other side, but Lifestealer, of course, leading the way. Spear Breaker, the one that gets the Halberd. But that's a tier 2 tower kill pretty easily. Iceberg will continue to put pressure at the bottom lane. I assume that BKB is
that
just
tree armor.
It's annoying. OD jumping in. They also see the tree nearby. There's a BKB activated. Iceberg, he's just going to go for the TP out. Good play. Obviously not much more he could do there. So they find the tree protector. Faceless Void still 10 more seconds, man. Feels like he's been dead forever for your FTM.
He was like 2,000 gold, but before these like pushes by Ramses, 2,000 gold up. They're going in again though on Nangrata.
They find Spear Breaker, and there's the Infest Bomb. Easy kill, and you can tell Virtus Pro is starting to feel it now. They're finding pick after pick, and that goes back. I mean, that's the strength of their lineup, obviously. This is what they were built to do.
And this is the difference between, right, like a Spear Breaker tree versus a Slardar.
Yeah.
You always have an easy initiation. On the other side, you expect a charging initiation. Tree can't get in there.
That's going to be a tier 2 tower kill. Obviously no armor to worry about right now with the death on Tree and Protector.
God, getting these towers is so important so he can't heal him back up. You saw him try to take down top, and then Tree Glyph heals it, it's full. MKB.
Yeah, he's trying to build it. That would be good to have for obvious reasons here. Did he have the BKB? I didn't notice.
On who?
I believe a Faceless Void?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did see him use it before, that's right. So yeah, the MKB coming out now as he's going to TP back, realizing that there's several heroes missing. Actually, they're going to make a smoke play here on the side of FlyToMoon.
I mean, they lose this late game. They really do. They have to make stuff happen right now. They're down by 2K gold after being up almost 7K.
Yeah. Will they find someone, though? That's the ultimate question. Looking at the mini-map, it doesn't look like it. Virtus Pro did a great job of spreading out.
anyone, who's probably fine dying to a smoke gank, but no, he's just chilling by illusion runes.
No, they're not going to get anyone. Roshan, a couple more minutes before he's back up, so that could be the next go-to mark for both of these teams. As a result, you could definitely hear the chants from the crowd in the background, I'm sure.
Cheering for everyone. I think I even heard Navi earlier, but...
No, of course, Navi naturally is going to be cheered for
just
here.
completely, both teams are just completely off the map right now. Finally, Iceberg shows himself, but there's only an illusion showing bottom from Ramses right now.
I mean, they know this is an illusion, right? Yeah. Don't want to go too crazy here, so they kill it off and realize, gold.
Now they're going to try to push down this tower with 5 heroes here. They should be able to get it. They have to be careful. I'm surprised someone like the illusion from Ramses isn't postured over in the trees, making sure they're not in there.
Living armor makes it difficult, but they will eventually get the tower kill. And they are TPing back, trying to catch somebody. Maybe Odie's going. He does not realize how many's nearby, though. National Imprisonment. The Ice Blast connects on a Roger in the back lens. That Chronosphere ready once again. Remember, Roger in trouble. Spirit Breaker, he's going to charge away. He'll be good for now. The Overgrowth, that did not hit anybody. It does look like, but the rage just popped, actually. The OD does get caught with the Chronosphere, though. And the beatdown with the Death Ward on top of that, trying to go for the turn kill to Silent, but no, OD's lost, and so is Witch Doctor. Buyback from the Witch Doctor. Ramses, he's by himself right now. I don't think he's going to out of this one. He's going to be slowed down massively with the cold feet and everything else, the time dilation, and he's dead with the buyback, but that fight went so well for FlyToMoon.
Yeah, Roger went real deep right there. It looked like they could have just teamed up and killed the Spirit Breaker, right? A 1-for-0 would have been great, but he went on the back line, and he did the trick where he blocked himself over the ledge, but that time it was not a good block over the ledge.
No.
And he has his MKB, I believe, flying out on the chicken, so Silent going to be even more deadly shortly.
Both cores have to buy back. However, Faceless is caught initially. Can he time walk? Can he time walk? No, he cannot. The Sanity's Eclipse will drop him. Grata goes down too, but no buyback again on Faceless, and they catch the tree. And so just like that, Virtus Pro, it did cost them a couple of buybacks, but now they have a chance to push an objective out of this.
They should. Obviously, Leshrac just picks up his Shiva's Guard, which is going to be nice, but without Void for Sony Saints, they have to either get Rax middle or both the tier 2s, I believe. And it looks like they're going middle.
Yeah. Still 1 minute for Silent. You could tell he tried to time walk away as that second buyback happened, but the catch from Pasha right there on Slaughter allows for that kill to take place.
And it was perfectly stacked. You had Pasha going first, then you had Solo with the Witch Doctor stun. Too much.
He buys the MKB. Again, he didn't have enough for a buyback anyway, so he will have an MKB when it comes up on Faceless Void. Still 40 more seconds.
How annoying is this?
Like, not going to get the base, but yeah, it's fortification, living armor. Yep. It's just so damn difficult. The fact that they're only going to get a tier 2 tower out of this is actually pretty crazy to me.
Nice, but yeah, nice buyback from the tree. It forced them, they can't really go to the base, and he defends as well. Look at even longer, my friend.
Oh boy. All right, so yeah, they've bought plenty of time for Faceless to come back up, and again, we see when he has that Chronosphere and able to land it, especially on one of the cores, specifically OD, then FTM is set up for a pretty good fight, at least initially. But no buybacks now for another 5+ minutes here.
There you go, they love doing this. Nullifier coming up right now on Ramses, they're gonna smoke with it. You always see, they always have a jump in target with the Livestar. Obviously, the Slardar can just jump in instant stun, same with the Sand King, and the Nullifier can come out before BKB's ever casted.
Pasha, he's looking for a jump. They will see, oh, that is Train, isn't it? So, well, they're gonna be exposed. They know something's here.
Yeah,
Dust for anything, Sentry, Dust, they use it all.
A little slow reaction time there.
Yeah, it's a couple seconds after OD came out, it felt like. So, unable to catch him, no fear, good job. Controlling the map in that sense. Scythe still being worked on from OD. Roshan is up. That was a fast Roshan.
Neither team. I mean, it's the second Rosh now upgraded. They're going to go for it, are they?
Check it out,
Let's
at least. Nice blast right away. That'll stop them.
I mean, he's taking it a lot quicker now as the Nullifier, which is a ton more damage, obviously, plus the Solar Crest.
Oh, they see the Faceless Void. He actually did. He is invis right there. There's a reaction from Roger. The Chronosphere only caught one, and that's Witch Doctor. Not the biggest Chronosphere ever. Silent. Time walking another second. He will get away. But now that's on cooldown, of course.
Not the bait. At least you got a kill out of it. Wasn't a complete whiff, but always want to fly might just die.
Yeah, but I think you might be right. Pasha going in for the living armor, though, kicking in, pretending to clips. The hammer is laying down after buyback immediate formation apparition. We'll see if an Ice Blast comes out Silent. He's going to pop the time. They should go for the auto text. Pasha with the 2-man stun, though. Roger, the Ice Blast is finally coming through. It connects on the BKB. No one's not really doing the most right there. They did lose Pasha, however, and no one has to get out with the blink.
Now
himself.
Yeah, the Tusk didn't micro the courier. Usually he loses his Spirit Vessel as well, and the changes being down. I don't think we've really talked about Iceberg is doing a lot of damage in these team fights. Like, he just BKB'd from the uphill, and he was hitting 3 people that pulls Noah. Yeah, he is. He's doing insane. He's doing all the damage, literally.
Yeah, that fight, he definitely was. Again, if the Chronosphere doesn't really catch the most, as we saw in that fight, then no doubt they're relying on him.
Yeah, this Void is in quite trouble. Versus a Nullifier as well as a Sheep Stick on OD, the Nullifier on Lifestealer. If they just get on top of him, Void's going to die every single time.
Well, they're making sure Roshan is not being ninja'd right here, and they'd be right, but yeah, that Scythe picked up by OD, as you mentioned. Very big pickup for him. Still no buyback. As well as a life stealer, I gotta believe, for at least 2-3 more minutes.
It also just means he can solo kill anyone on the map. Like, if you see always want to fly just alone on the map, maybe trying to push out a wave, you just blink and sheep, he's dead in 4 hits.
Chrono in 25 seconds, as being pointed out there. Again, a very slow Roshan attempt happening.
God, I'm so scared of this Lesh if I'm VP.
Oh, Leshrac, the split earth initiation. Here we go with the Stevens on top of the ice, but Solo's definitely dead right off the bat. The FS just simply to mitigate damage. BKB activated Rody, but he's being locked down. The Chronosphere not even needed just that time to Legion pop. They've already got 2 kills. They're going for a third on a Ramses. Ramses cannot get out of here. That's going to be a dieback on him. They'll steal the Roshan and look to do more with it.
Iceberg's a god. That's all he triples. They had vision in the Roche pit, but not on the heroes, and he sees that Roshan is hitting a hero.
Sodar? Oh, he tried.
Did he get the cheese? He got the cheese.
Okay, get something out of it, and can he actually live? That's the ultimate question.
And that's a Bloodstone charge. He steals the cheese, but another Bloodstone charge. That was so
buyback.
Good. Yeah, that was just so good. He didn't see any of the heroes, just Roshan hitting someone. He knows they're obviously in there because Roche is hitting someone, and then just triple stuns them. And even though they both got their BKBs off, the chaos was created.
No Chronosphere even needed. I think that's the biggest thing. He still has it, and Odie knows that. He cannot defend here.
And he's 25 now.
Oh, yeah.
Lesh and him. This is a nice timing.
He's going to time walk away with that massive range. Obviously, backdoor protection kicking in right here, but going to be taken off shortly.
They're coming. I like escorting the creeps. Is the Spirit Breaker. He's like, I got this. Never want to be a cut.
I was going to say, do you just give up a Rax right here? But they don't want to. They're going to go for this. No one he possibly can be. He's committed insanity to the clip. To the line. Every side goes down. Are you kidding me? No Chronosphere coming out on Grata. He's going to charge on the Roger. They will get the kill on him, but no one. The BKB has worn off now. He is pretty susceptible to this damage, especially coming out for the Leshrac as he puts him under with the bandage. But Iceberg still doing plenty of the cheese that was given to him. Will heal him up to full. Witch Doctor can only heal so much, though. No one has to man fight. He might take a no fear, but he might go down himself in the long run. They lose a Witch Doctor. He's going to get back at the fountain, it looks like, but Iceberg will turn to his attention back to the Rax. Instead. They're going to leave the gem, actually, yeah. And OT wants to go in again. He puts the imprisonment. He's going to 3-shot the Ancient Apparition. And now with Pasha coming in, Leshrac's in trouble. Leshrac will fall. The Aegis going to bring him back up in a couple of seconds. All this time, they've had a buyback on Faceless Void, obviously choosing not to, though. Leshrac, Pulse Nova, Edict. It's not going to matter. What a play from no one. Triple kill. They somehow hold. No Chronosphere used. The lockdown. I mean, that was it. If they lose that fight, the game's over.
Yeah, for sure. And I just feel like Void's positioning has been a very suspect. Like, why is he sieging the tower right there? He does a ton of damage, but your Leshrac does just enough to take that. And you're positioned up front where you're getting, like I said, you get blink instant sheep, you're gonna die. And it just feels like his positioning definitely lost in that team fight, if not more right here.
Yeah.
And that cheese, as you said, that cheese getting stolen, I said, oh, maybe it's not the biggest deal. Turns out it was. Grant, I'm definitely wrong there. Gives it to no one, and he used it.
And he needed it, to say the least. So his buyback is going to be coming up good in about 35 seconds or so. So by the time it's necessary, he should have one. You see a scythe picked up by Leshrac, meanwhile, on the other side.
Rax will get help.
Yeah.
Because Iceberg had so many Bloodstone charges, he respawned quick enough, luckily for them. And it's a super even game, less than 1,000 gold lead for VP right now. And, well, not really object. There's still 2 tier 2s up. Roche won't be up for a while now. I'm interested to see if FlyToMoon wants to play aggressively here.
That's the thing. Do we stall or do we try to make a play? On FlyToMoon specifically, because yeah, you're right. They're the ones that this OD, it feels like it's getting out of hand. He's going to have another item here in just a couple of minutes.
Lincoln's, all right. That BKB feels a little bit better against the Spirit Breaker, obviously, and just stats. Everyone, you know, that's why you like Lincoln. It gives you stats. It's like Scotty, just ultimate orb. Stats are always good. There's Chronosphere.
Exactly. The Edict picked up for Iceberg. The Chronosphere AoE picked up. Again, we haven't seen it yet.
We need the positioning. He needs to stop playing up front so much. Iceberg can live. He has a BKB.
Oh, yeah.
He has a Ewells.
Let him do the tanking. Lifestealer also just got level 25. Is this a rage game or
Usually.
It is a rage game, yeah.
Usually rage, especially against a Leshrac, right? That's just 2 seconds. Pulse Nova isn't just dumpstering you.
Well, for now, FlyToMoon, it seems like that they want to still keep some pressure up. The buybacks are going to be ready unless OD doesn't have enough gold for it at this point. Yeah, both him and Lifestealer do, actually. So FTM making a conscious decision, though, at least to push a tier 2 tower, although Pasha's already setting up.
Oh, man. Oh, the Vortex, the Vision game. Vision game is on FlyToMoon's side right here with those.
Chronosphere. Silent. Oh my god, it looks like he could go in. It seems like he was trying to. They got one. They got Ramses. That's a pretty good target. Will it be enough damage to kill him? The Ice Blast comes through, and Ramses will go down. The snowball cannot save him. He pies back immediately. The Ice Synergy is eclipsed, I think I heard of. No, he actually still has an Astral Imprisonment on himself at the back lines. And now Leshrac running away with the Death Ward pounding into him, but still plenty of damage. There's the Synergy eclipsed, and there's the follow-up from Pasha. Leshrac will fall. Faceless Void, he's already running away. So Ramses had to buy back for this. Definitely looking decent once again for Virtus Pro. The Lincoln's just finished even on no one, and he's going to get another kill, or try to at least.
Oh, goes in Viz. Misses 2 hits and goes in Viz.
Oh boy. There we go. Now they see it. And let's give another triple kill to OD.
No one. God, no one is playing so well this game. He knows when the pressure, some people, you know, cower under the pressure, not no one.
No.
These sheeps, these instant sheeps, yeah, and once it gets silent, a one-man chrono, when it's that big of an AoE, he had early time to go. He didn't know where anyone else was. That was the problem, right? Nighttime, you can't see, or no, it wasn't. It was daytime, right?
It was, honestly, I don't know for sure, but it looked like he was kind of stuck in the trees a little bit. It looked like he wanted to go earlier.
And that's just rough right now. This Chronosphere is so big, and they just haven't had the best ones. Obviously, they did get Ramses, but you'd have liked to get Ramses plus even solo.
Yeah, it allowed the other teammates to do plenty in the meantime, including no one especially. So they kill the ranged racks. They're going for the melee. Not the greatest at sieging, though, as we see. As the Ice Blast will help keep them away. And Trian's going to be up in 20 more seconds. So Roshan, yet again, looking towards that timer. It's still at least a couple of minutes before he's even up.
Yeah.
Sauter, speaking of an Aeon disc, he's going to go on himself.
You see 2 Sentry Wards plus an Observer Ward from Dire on their own hill. If VP was allowed to go back in there, they knew Ice Blast was on cooldown. That's a big time to take a fight.
Yeah, how about that? The Ward's put down. There is a Sentry there, though.
So they know where they're at.
The Ward game coming to Lincoln's is taken off, but there's the Hex initiation. They catch Leshrac. Leshrac already at half life. They're going to save him initially. No, it's not going to be enough. He has a buyback, though. He will use it immediately. Chronosphere is back up. He's going to get it on OD. If they kill OD, that's going to be huge, of course. No one's in trouble. The Ice Blast connects, and OD will indeed go down. He's dead for 2 minutes. A buyback, of course, is ready for him. Witch Doctor, he's going to be run down with the Spirit Breaker and the strike, and it looks like it's going to be a cleanup by FlyToMoon. Ramses, the sole survivor. There's already an early buyback from Pasha.
Yep. Chrono 100 seconds now. Yeah, you just
can do better.
It's going to be the tough thing. You want to force buybacks, but you don't want to force a fight, I don't believe. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to look for Roche first. Not going to be there, sorry, but
a little early.
How do you force buybacks without getting caught by some stuns? That's going to be the question.
Yeah. OD, 80 more seconds. They're going to make their way top once again. There is that tier 2 tower, I think, still up. No,
they took it last fight.
Did they get it last fight? Okay.
No, they didn't.
No, it is Doug.
Sorry, Yellow was on.
Yeah, he was on
the
mini
maps. Yeah.
So they are going to go for it. A nice counter win in the process. Octarine queued up for Leshrac, so we saw last game as well. Back down to 12 Bloodstone charges, but still, it's not too bad.
That's the worst, buying back as a Lesh with your Bloodstone, because you respawn kind of quick, but you're like, I have to be there immediately.
He had to.
And he did. He cleaned up, obviously. They're going to, here we go. This is the...
They're going to force it
Let's
here,
see.
no doubt.
AA's coming back up as well. He's going to probably toss that ulti out. He already did. It's flying.
How's that Chronosphere looking?
I believe it was at like 40 to 50 seconds.
Okay, yeah, still a while. They're going to at least give up tier 3, but there's the jump. Living Armor is up. The Nullfire put out. The Ice Blast coming down the back lines. The Mute's up, but for now, he's going to survive, it looks like. The Living Armor comes up again, and now he possibly can be the turn damage from the Iceberg Leshrac. He gets the splitters off on 2, and he's still running OD with that buyback. He's going to be lifted up by the heels. Nakrata, Sacrificial Lamb will bait them out. No one dead so far. It will be the first on Spirit Breaker. No one. He wants more. Did he overcommit, though? You got to be careful. Slaughter porting in.
Chrono's coming
Pasha
up
looking
in
for
about 5.
a stun. No fear. TP away. He's good. He gets out.
And they get out, and guess what? You're going to have that Chrono up very shortly.
Yeah.
Roshan, they're going to have vision with that Ice Vortex soon, so
That's
another
good
fight.
Level 3 Roshan, that's a refresher shard.
How do you fight that? Spirit Breaker has to fight back. You have Ice Vortex. You have someone to charge, right? Yeah, so you're going to have the vision. Here he comes.
Here we go. Could be a game-deciding fight right here, right now. Charge is coming out. He's going to go for it. That fast charge. He hits 2. The response with the snowball. Silence still looking for his angle. No one knows. He has to be careful for that. There's the Chronosphere catches 2, including the OD. OD's in trouble. The BKB, he got it off before, but will it be enough to save him? He puts himself on it with the Astral Imprisonment. And Ramsey's running on top of Leshrac, trying to finish him off with the Mute. They kill OD. Leshrac's going to live with the Living Armor once again. Finally gets taken out. No, he's barely alive, actually. They kill the OD. They kill Ramsey. GG. Well played. FlyToMoon with the big upset over Virtus Pro, 2-0. They're going to the loser finals.
What a fun game, just in general, just to watch his Dota. But Silent, he comes in clutch, you know, a few kind of wonky chronos early, and then you hit 2 gigantic ones in the back line.
Yeah.
Always want to fly. I mean, his Wind Ranger in the first game, that same game, Ice Vortex, they always had vision of Roche, and because of that, the Spear Breaker got that charge in because of that Ice Vortex, and always want to fly. That was a team effort, but Iceberg, 2 Leshrat games, 2 games where he just looked like a god.
I've said several times going into this event for the last year or so of casting that I've been so impressed by Iceberg as a player. He's been on a plethora of teams. Obviously, the most recent now, FlyToMoon. He continues to be a very impressive mid player, and that was no different here, kind of going off of that point. But hey, now I'm not going to sit here and act like I saw this coming going into this event. FlyToMoon, this is quite the dream journey that they're on right now. They just defeated Virtus Pro 2-0 here in the CIS region, the home crowd favorite, no doubt. Obviously, they are also from this region as well, so they're kind of taking that title, at least for now. But this is it possible? Is FlyToMoon on a journey to dare I say, win this whole thing?
I mean, they definitely could.